Okay, boys and girls, we are getting toward the end of lesson 1. We're getting there. We're finishing. We're just learning a few of the basics. Let's take a look at part 14, okay? Basically, you can read through this, and I'd like you to. I just want you to know that it's not so important to me that you remember which type of movement means which word. Like it says the first type of movement is a translation. Translation is changing an object's position without rotating the object or changing its size. That is true, and that's from mathematics. But I'm not going to be testing you on that or worrying that you're memorizing that. This is okay. What I want you to know from this part 14 is how you do it with the tools that you could see, okay? So it says we're going to move things in Tinkercad, and first of all, practice your 3D modeler salute, okay? It looks like this. I'm trying to keep it in front of the camera. That's the way it looks, okay? And we're going to try, I'm just going to show you right here. So basically you click on the object, and if you want to move it, just start dragging it around. And you're going to notice now that there are numbers on the screen. It's telling me that I've moved this object 21 millimeters in that direction up the screen and 10 millimeters to the left. And as I move it, you can see as I move it back to the original position, those numbers are getting smaller and smaller. If I put that bottom right corner back where those arrows meet, where those lines meet, you can see the numbers go back to 0, 0, because that's where I started. Okay, so I can move it left, I can move it right. That's just by clicking and holding the trackpad down. Click and hold on the object, and then you can drag it around any way you want. You can go back, you can go forward, you can go left, you can go right. Now you can't start rotating it until we do something different, but this is how you translate it around, okay? You move it around. And you can also, if you click the handle at the top, this one at the top, the one that's pointing up, click and hold, you can drag it up off the work plane. So you can see what I've done there. It's now not flat on the bottom surface. Can you see that? Okay, and then if I want to, I can move it back down. You can see that the numbers are getting smaller and smaller, showing me that I'm coming back to my original position, which would be at 0 right there. Now I'm at -1. That's another thing, is you can drop it below the work plane if you want to. So I can have it on top of the work plane and below the work plane if I wanted to. Okay, but if I want to put it back in the original position, click that handle at the top, drag it until those numbers, say the ones that are with the up and down arrow, are showing 0, and that's where it started from, right there. Okay, and you can see that I have now moved it 9. That's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to click the object. I got to move it back a little bit. Let's see if I get it to 0, 0. There it is right there. Perfect. So that's where it started. So practice that. Practice moving your shapes around. Now let's jump into, when you're ready, click next. I'm going to go to part 15 right now, but you can pause the video and just practice. Okay, so now I already showed you this step, actually. We already did it. Okay, translating objects on the z-axis in the modeler, 3D modeler salute. The z-axis is the one that goes up and down, your thumb. So I just showed you how to do that, right? We use the vertical drag handle is this one at the arrow that points up, that's above the object, okay? And actually the sphere has one too, okay? The sphere has one. I'm trying to get the shape window out of the way. See, the shape window, the sphere has one too. So you can drag it up. You can also put it below the work plane or above. And now you know how to read those numbers when they're back at 0, 0. That means it's back where it started. Okay, so practice that. And I'm going to jump into part 16. You can pause the video here as long as you want to practice. Okay, so we already covered this as well. We already translated objects, but this one is going to ask us to do something special. So actually, I'm going to start this one in the next video. I'll see you there. Oops.